Hey guys, stay tuned. This is Alex J Engineering once again, and I'm premiering this video about the industrial Mauser. We are going to assemble all it at a go, and just here is the table, how it comes in a box, pitman, nuts, stands, connecting to connector, pedal connector, and everything over. But you're going to see it if you stay tuned after standing. Then when we move on, we have a machine over here, and this is the Mauser machine industrial. Before we reach it, we have its toolbox. But when you have this machine with you, better get another box, because this one is a paper. It can only get distracted and you lose your portable and expensive things. Now when I open it inside, we have a manual book of this machine. Actually, you can even share it to your neighbor of any other machine. Once it is a Mauser industry, it will help him or her. In this box, it comes with this manual book, the few spares, the pair of plier, flat screw, and a hub, pulley hub, plus the vibrator absorber. But let's leave this first, and then we go to the machine. You look at it first, because I want to show you everything before I fix. Now this is the machine. By brand, it is a Sejemse, if I'm not mistaken. Sejemse, a Jemse brand machine from China. But when after like you have shown it, I've shown it to you, I could not even just leave without that box, because it can protect it. Back to the motor, is even they are directing the user or the final consumer that handle with care. So please, whenever you get some things like that, follow the instructions. If it is handled with care, please observe that safety. This is the motor connect on off switch. Red is off, green is on. As usual, red is a it's a danger representation. That means it is only saving you from danger to power off. Green is to power on. Some screws, the rubber bush, plus a plastic cover here. And then when I open, I'll go inside the box, and we have the manual letter. This is a manual letter, please. It's not a book. Over the manual letter, we have some guidance. We have the parts over this side here, and all those parts are in the description below. Actually, I even have this video already on YouTube, so if you don't understand here because the paper is far, you can visit over, but I'll even link that in the description below. Now what I want to read here is only the RPM. The RPM here, this calculator is 2000. The RPM is 2850. Yeah, that's it on 285, and it is a single phase motor, capacitor run, 4 pole. That one I know, and I want you to know if you have already listened to it. Now let me pick some parts that I'm going to use. I will actually need the 14 spanner and a flat, plus the star screw, because we have the in between those nuts that I'm going to be tying, I will use this machine. Back to our stand. Now let's start. Our stand comes in very well enclosed up, so that it does not rub to each other. You know, metal to metal can lead to loss of color, and nobody can buy it when already old. So they have to wrap it very well. Thumbs up. They do a great job. Now I just request you not to hurry and leave this video on the way, because we are still going far with this machine. Actually, what I'm doing here is what you should do if you have never done this, and if you have ever follow this, maybe you did a mistake somewhere and some parts didn't come up right, just go on with me, you will see everything. This board comes with 3 holes already drilled in where I'm putting my bolts, and the bolts are made in such a way that they don't rotate when locking up. It comes with 3 holes, 2 big washer plates and 2 small water plates, and a cable clips, because this motor has a cable. So we clip that cable on the wood, as you will see in the time when I reach at that point, because I'm going to tell you where I reach the part and what it does. Getting the motor back from, but I already shown you up. Now getting it here, I'm just going to pick my rubber bush. Where are they? Here they are. And we fit them. Very easy. Just fit, tap, fit and tap. Super easy. Don't waste your time over there. Tap, and then we are going to pick off those washer plates. I just place them to show you that they should be 3 in number, and then we fix our motor over a line from the single bush, and then you go to a double. If you don't do this, you will end up wasting a lot of energy while lifting it, because it is heavy. All motors are heavy. There is no motor which is not heavy. And then we are going to put back our washer plates. They are 3. For example, if it happens that you're tying this motor and you, after assembling the whole machine, you find that you have 2 big plate washer or 1, just know where you skipped, that this is the point where you messed up from. Now me, I'm not going to mess up anywhere, and even after assembling all this, we are going to look around and find 0 part, right? Let's go. I'm even tying up here because I didn't move with my ratchet. I'm using the usual spanner 14. It will tie my bolts here very well. During this process, when you over tighten here, the only mistake people do here is one: they over tighten these bolts. When you over tighten them, you will be forcing it to break, and when this rubber breaks, it does not do its work. Its work is to reduce on vibration, because when the motor starts running, it generates vibration due to the rotary motion. Now, to eliminate that, you have to tighten to, actually I'm going to give you that how many pounds if you are talking it down. If you are talking it down, I'm going to give you that how to talk down this clutch motor right in the description below. And then after tightening up, you will leave a clearance of where that motor to vibrate from. And when you override them, you break them. After breaking them, you will have already lost those bush, and buying them again, yeah, you are spending money, which we don't want. So better eliminate it early. Now this motor works like, as I explained before in the other motor that I already uploaded. I will give you that link in the description below also. When you pull the pedal is pulled by the pressure Pitman link. When you press downwards, that movement there pulls down the rotor. When the motor is already engaged with electricity and the flywheel is running, it just waits for the clutch to attach on it and rotate. When the motor rotates, we have a pulley which will connect there and connect to the flywheel. Simple commercial brake. Okay, cool. Now, so, okay, that was very easy, as he has already commented that we turn back to our business. This connecting harness has directions. It has six holes in. When you connect clockwise, it will run clockwise. When you connect anti-clockwise, it will run anti-clockwise. So it depends on how you have connected. Some people connect it and think that the motor is faulty or the motor is not the right one. These motors just change direction, but this one does not change direction from the switch or the socket. It changes from that harness on it direct. It was made already like automatic for you. Actually it was eased. Now due to that, let me call it automatic. Just change the harness, it will change automatically the direction. Now here is the cable clips. I'm going to tap them with my faulty adjustable because I don't need a lot of energy here like the hammer. No, I've already assembled my motor there, so I don't want to damage it by vibration, right? So use a little gadget. Now for example, in my case, I'm using this faulty adjustable to tap down those cable clips to clip my cable tight on down the wood. When we raise this machine, those cables will not be seen because they will be under. So tap them right the way you can. No order here, just tap downwards. The only thing is you have to make sure that they don't go in that hole between, because when we fit the machine, it can easily get conducted with electricity in case of that cable getting stripped up. So make sure that the cable is on wood only, not in where it can get contacted to the metal. That is bad. This wire is a 2.5 cable, enough to carry 220 volts to power the motor from the switch or socket. This is a fused cable plug. So the cable plug is fused, meaning that they have already secured you in case of any electric shock circuit. Now going further with our machine, we are now going to arrange the table stand. I had not yet started anything over because I started by clearing all the metals on this table so that I fix that motor, and then afterwards I'm selecting the bolts to fit on the cables. After fitting the cables, I'm now selecting the bolts to clear up this. Before you can't go further minus setting them up like I've done in between that hole. So set them up. Let's start assembling. It's not very heavy. You can just lift it by hand, align the two holes, hand tighten please. If you don't hand tighten, what mistake can be out of this is 1, you will fail to put that nut inside, because when that nut goes inside not by the right, it will destroy the threads, the thread nuts. The thread nuts, once they are destroyed, that means you have to go by either buying a new stand or replacing the nut, whereby some of others can't manage to do. So to avoid all that, we just have to do things the way they have to be done and following right engineers like Talex J as usual. I even ejected this sound of the machine because some people don't admire it when I'm doing it practically within the community. I don't see a positive attitude towards it. That's why I decided to eject that sound. Don't think it is just there for fun. No, please. Now this one should not disturb you. You just have to fix it down there. It was made to fix tight, not to go there when loose. That's why you are seeing me, I'm trying to hustle to fix it inside, right? But actually after fitting, it is one piece, but you have two importances, whereby one, it is a support. Secondly, it is a nut. So in between that hole you are seeing there are threads, and the other sides left parts, they are supports. So you bolt your nut in those two threads by hand, and then you finish up by machine, right, like so. So coming on to fix our foot pedal, I'm not going to fix it right now. I'm just assembling because I'm going to make this machine stand, so I will be unable to see clearly down this way. That's why I'm assembling this down pedal hanger first, so that if I leave here, I'll have already finished all here. Don't forget that all these bolts are 14 millimeter, but why I'm using the machine with a star, it is because they are made in such a way that they all bear a star in them. Beautiful. Now this nut here is a 10 millimeter. It's the only nut different when assembling this machine. So whenever you're assembling it and you fail to get this, just know that those nuts are missing, and they don't tie themselves. For them, they have a nut to fix on the other side below, right there, like so. But they also have the plus inside. Just hand tighten first, please, and then go by the machine or by a spanner or by a torque wrench, any you have, but please never go by a machine before hand tightening. You will destroy very many things. You see, now things becomes easy, like so, as I said already. Now our foot pedal is done. The only part remaining is a pitman. This pitman has an allowance. Is not like for the other old singer machines. For it, it is improved in such a way that you can adjust according to the required height and the distance to cover. Plus it even helps during fitting, because I've even separated into two parts to fit one part first and then conclude with the another, which is quite easy, like so. You see. Okay, now actually we are about to end it. Don't just go away, and please don't forget to subscribe to this channel, because when you subscribe, you are even adding value to this channel and giving morale to the viewers and I to give you more videos. So this joint here has two nuts, whereby one nut is already made with its nut on. The first nut is bolted where the nut was welded from the factory. Then the second nut is just placed like this one here. This is the second nut whereby it is just placed, but the first nut which I bolted in is not welded there. So we just put this nut first and then we go by the machine. Beautiful, like so. Thank you. That one is done. Then we go for the second side, because it has two sides whereby both of them they are joints. We are going to join also this side as we jointed the other side, whereby the first nut has its nut welded inside from the factory as designed by the manufacturer. Then the second nut has the second bolt has a nut to go. This one is the first nut which has its bolt and the nut welded on the frame. The second nut, the second bolt has a nut which we are going to attach as we did on the other one, you see, and then we hand tighten. I was forced to go slowly all over this video, trying to explain every part in details so that you don't hassle when you buy this. Please don't hassle if you buy this. Actually, I just beg you to forward, share, like this video, because it is going to help you. And then after that, because we have already put this big bar up, it is now giving us the distance where this leg and the other leg can stand. You can't go by the wood screws to screw the screws in the wood minus this big bar up here, because it will give us the distance in between where this leg should stand and this leg should stand. And then the other smaller bar up is to hold the foot pedal and extra strength. We have these big bolts, these big screws, but actually to my best experience they don't work well. I'm trying to fix them, but you see, it's just developing fatigue towards me, plus the machine, they don't go in easily. Sure, I will tell you this, I can't deceive, because my target is to give you truth. You see how big they are? No, I have mine small black ones, not from the factory. So this is the only command or request to the manufacturer, to please improve on their bolts to help there. You see this bolt, how it is going in sharp, because it is small and sharp, but with a big surface area that will help us to withstand the load. You see how it goes in fast, small, tiny, which is forcing it to be sharp and entering the wood easily. 1, 2, 3 inside. You see, wow, that's what we wanted. Away some. Now we have moved actually more than half of this machine's journey. We are about to finish. Don't go away, yeah, and don't even eject the video. Let's still watch. And if you have not yet subscribed, please subscribe, because more are coming up like this one all over. Because me, I'm not even going to be doing machinery or what. Sorry, somebody is calling me, but I don't think I'll be able. He will just leave me with an email, or he was texting me. Let's first finish up with this business, because all of you should not miss out. At least there's one miss, but not all, right? Okay, now I'm selecting the few bolts to put the pedal there. But no. Before I even carry this machine, I had forgot to put this drawer. Sorry. I cannot fail to put this drawer when this table is still upside down. It will be tiresome for me to fix this drawer when the table is upside down. So these are the mistakes that you should avoid. For example, fixing a drawer when the table is when it is upright. That's wrong. Fix the drawer when the table is upside down, right? This is a plastic drawer, whereby you know all the advantages of plastic and the disadvantages of plastic. I can give you like one or two. One, the plastic does not get rust easily. Secondly, it is durable. But the worst part with it, if it is caught on fire, it burns like fuel. That's an advantage, an unmerit. So let's leave that also. Let's go to our drawer. It has 6 bolts, whereby it is one from the first, which I'm fixing now, 2 in between where I've removed my hand, and the last the other side. But what you have to do during fixing, you don't have to go by line. No, there is a cross-section manner here which we are observing, so that we don't oppress this drawer towards one side and it fails to open. We have to go by the 2 ends first, right? Pull your drawer. Yes, is it running? Yeah. Put another guard, because these are 2 side plastic guards. Yeah, then put another one the other side. Hold by hand. After holding by hand, pull your drawer. If it does not move, give an allowance. If it moves, hold. You see now my drawer is not moving. I'm going to give an allowance. Now it is moving. I will hold. Actually, it's like as if there is something inside, but nothing. That means that it's me to give an allowance. Right, like there. After giving an allowance, then I'll drill up and then drill below. You see that my drawer is moving, and then drill below, right, like so. So that if anything is there, for example, I drilled 1 2 3, it moved, and then when I drill in the 4th one, it fails to move, I'll just know where the mistake is, other than unbolting or unscrewing the whole drawer, which is wrong. But I'm very sure when I fix this right in, it is still moving. And after moving, because these 2 side cover guard plastics are under tension, I will not press or squeeze. I'll just drill in my bolt like so. Sorry here, like so. Beautiful. Not yet. Like so. Now this one, as if there is something like a joint over this wood here, that's why it disturbed me. But now this side, it is going to be a walk over like so. Beautiful. And my drawer is still moving. So now at this point, when the drawer is moving and it is right down there, we have these 2 blacks. I'm going to talk about them afterwards. Those 2 black ends at the corner, I'm going to talk them about, please. just stay tuned, yeah, and keep active so that you don't miss any word which I'm trying to give you. Those two black ending corners, they are not fit to be there. You see, one has already moved off. These blacks, they are just put there to secure the edges of that wood not to get damaged during shipping or transporting. That is the only purpose of these two black. Actually, they should be four. I removed the first two, but you didn't see it because I did it off camera. These two, one here, I'm going even to pick it off, plus the other one, right? So let's go and put our pedal down. Since I've already did some alignment with it, I'm just going to finalize. And right here, I just need to support my cable with some wedge. I'm going just to wedge like so that my fingers can go below, which is super easy. You see, my whole hand is now fit below, and it is helping me to guide where to, why to, yeah, you see. Oh sorry, when I'm tying here, it is trying to go, and my flat screw, I have it here, so I'm going to remove it and put another wedge so that it can be used for its purpose. I mentioned it from the beginning of the video that we need it. You see now what it is doing? It is opposing the nut from taking away our screw from the target, which we don't want. Actually, I have been so slow over this video with only one mission that you should all learn who have watched this video and you have these machines. My dear friends, tailors, don't just go to somebody who is going to deceive you around, that is making up a video for you to know how to assemble or repair what, minus telling you what to do, as I'm doing here. Very slow, consistent, but with full proof and illustrations. Yeah, now I'm about to finish up this video. Don't go away, and please don't forget to share, like, subscribe, comment on this channel. Just align one. When you see this hole in between going through, just know that is where you need. Then tighten up. You see the hole is going away? Tighten up. Put one side. So what I'm doing this side is like as if it is off camera, but don't mind. I'm going to do it also the other side, because this side is where you will be able to view very well. You're going to view it very well this way. Don't worry, like so. Now this part goes inside there, but our guard still rolls. So when we put this in between and put that and then oppress with the screw, this pedal will no longer go off. Will no longer go off unless you say so by screwing it off. Now my pitman is halfway, or let me say either a connecting rod, whatever word you can use, but the best term in this sector of tailoring, it's a pitman. Now this pitman is half of it, because the other second part connecting from the motor downwards to meet at that joint with this one from the foot pedal was not yet installed. Since our motor now is upright, we can now connect. Put that washer first and then put the bolt. Don't put the washer after the bolt. No, please put the washer before the bolt and then connect with a required distance in between the pressure pedal and the clutch arm. That is a clutch arm up there. You see that? It's a clutch arm from up downwards. It's also 14 to tighten up there. I told you, and the 10 is just there. Now, this is the Sejemse. I told you already about it. Let me open its toolbox. I get the vibrator. It comes with a pair of plier, a scissor. So I'm using its toolbox to fix, and I'm using its toolbox to cut some packed items. You see how it is. Now these are rubbers also. They are acting the same role as the rubber motor washer. They are also about the vibration. They prevent direct contact of a metal to wood, because when this wood is directly contacted with that machine, it will rub off the color gradually. So we connect these rubbers in between to absorb shock, at the same time preventing the machine from rubbing against that wood due to vibration. Right now, if you like this video, please don't forget to share, subscribe to my channel as Talex J Engineering. Now, coming over here, this machine does those designs, but those designs are factory. I'm not the one who did them. They came in the box. Actually, we have been together all over here unboxing it, so I can't deceive you that I did it. No, please. But I will show you what it does after all. Then let's dress up the belt, because we want the drive to be picked from the motor to rotate the machine. You see, just simple like that. Then after, I remember showing you this plastic, right? Let's fix it right there, because it is covering our belt, so that if the motor is running, because when the motor is running, it collects wind or air near it to cool down. So during that process, there can be either a cloth near or anything that can come and fail in. So what they do, they designed this plastic cover to guard such accident, or actually even the user. If you're putting on a cloth that can be easily taken up by wind, this motor can blow your cloth and pull it into the pulley. So when it fails into the pulley, you will find that the motor has stalled, or it has actually a mere accident can happen. Don't think that motor is something to joke at. No, please, it's not easy. But not forgetting to subscribe. Let's tighten up here. 1, and then there is another one here. 2, right, like so. Then back on top. Here I've already fixed it, and I'm going to just to show you, because this machine comes in with a lock. All these machines, the embroidery machines, come with locks. Now I'm going to open and show you how to remove the lock. Minus removing that lock, this machine cannot work, please, my dear. It will not. So you will rotate, but it will fail to rotate. Now open up here. There is a black lock, which I'm going to show you after removing that one rotating. because has been already untightened. It is now loose. This black spot, it will not allow your machine to rotate, so it is due to safety purposes during shipping, as we remove the black and the corners of from the wood. So the same we do here, that one, right? Then our machine can now rotate because we have removed this. You see, yeah, it was now rotating, but we have even to oil before putting back this cover, because we have already opened up, so we are not going to put that cover back minus oiling. Before, I'm going to align up a little bit here. I'm going to turn this needle loop lock to face me, right, like so. When this needle lock loop faces me, it shows that even where our control arm goes will be directing facing me. They have to go in the right direction. Not, but we have some connecting rod which it goes hand in hand with this handle, so it will go inside there. Let's go down and you see where I'm going to fix it. Where it goes, first push in that all inside and then connect the handle. The handle should also face me, because the nut up faced me, then the handle should also face me. This is a simple setting here, or alignment, I can say in simple terms. As I'm rotating here, it will also rotate up, but when I end it facing me, this screw, it should also face me, the one I showed you up. Then this is a thread picker inside here. It's just simple. That one you know, or you will see. Let's leave this one back in the box. Then here we have to oil before we lock. Good enough, I had some oil. Yes, right, like so. And then we return the cover. But don't forget to subscribe please to my channel, and share this video. If it was nice to you, give it a thumbs up, or if it was not, give it a down thumbs up. Please subscribe. Thank you. More videos are coming in.